His presentation is Theorizing Complexity Leadership Through the Lived Experience of the Way of Nature Retreat.
Here, Omar, I'll give this to you. Us Mac users, we're so high maintenance.
That was one. And the video starts as soon as you start?
Yep.
Okay,
Great.
go ahead.
All right, we're just going to kick off with a short video, and then I'm going to sprint through this. All right, well, you know, Omar, you summarized it so nicely, so I just want to quote Omar on that thank you and save some time. So thank you. It's good to have everyone here today. Over the next 5 minutes, I want to sprint you through the why, the what, the how, and the hope of my important work. And at the end, I welcome constructive feedback and questions that can help me to continue to explore my inquiry. The why, I'm often asked, you know, what is it that I'm studying? But I'd suggest it's more important to talk about the why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's really grounded in my greater purpose of co-creating a better world and inspiring people to free agency, to enable them, as Immanuel Kant once said, sapere ode, dare to know, to have the power to experience, learn, and know. With my world-centric lens, I believe we shape the world, and the world shapes us through our experience. And this is the subjectivity that I bring into the research, and it's what drives me to explore the way of nature experience, which I believe has the potential to break down walls of cultural embeddedness and open new capacity for transformational learning and adaptive change. We live in a rapidly changing world of complexity, and as the physical and social complexity of the world continues to evolve at a rapid pace, I would suggest it is leaving us behind in many aspects through our patterned way of thinking. And this gap in complexity is creating challenges with no present solutions and requires a creative new approach to thinking and acting. And out of complexity leadership theory comes this law of requisite complexity. It simply states that complexity, you need complexity to defeat complexity. The system must possess complexity equal to that of the environment in order to function effectively. So in leadership terms, how do we develop this complexity needed to equal the complexity of our changing world? And this brings me to the what of my study, what I'm looking to explore. I want to study the effect of the Way of Nature program on individuals. This reflective learning program invites participants to spend time in nature in a semi-structured process of collaborative dialogue, meditative practice, and extensive solo time in nature. The program enables reflective learning to develop self-awareness and a sense of meaning to the relationships and connections that interconnect the entire planet. I posit that this has the potential to develop our complexity of mind. Way of Nature, they've developed these programs, they've spread all across the planet, and what I'm looking to do is parachute into at least two to three of these programs and really find out the lived experiences of individuals in the program. And you know, I'm going to do this through exploring their stories and to see if there is transformational thinking and action that occurs during this reflective learning experience. This is my primary question. How does participating in the Way of Nature program affect conscious awareness development of the individual? And the how am I going to get there? The theoretical framework that will guide my study is complexity leadership theory, And it is grounded really simply in freeing agency of individuals and collectives through a free-flowing dialectic process of innovation and evolution. My methodological framework is going to be phenomenology-centered. I want to explore the way participants experience the nature retreat and how does it affect them, and really what is the lived experience. And the methods I'm looking at employing are video interviews, reflective journaling, close observation, and a competency measurement I'm also looking at. The who, I'm really looking at drawing on participants that are enrolled in the Way of Nature programs and that they are stakeholders in organizations. And the other part of the who, and I want to take time to recognize, I see my supervisor there, Wendy Rowe, and her wonderful guidance, and also another person on my committee who's a faculty here at Royal Roads is Marilyn Hamilton, and John P. Milton. I have a question mark there. He's deep embedded somewhere in Costa Rica in a nature retreat right now, and I've just reached out to him, but I'm hoping he's going to come on board as well. And really, the hope, and you stole my slide first, so it shows how we group values and how we think together. Too much groupthink, I think, but really is to enable this knowledge development, adaptability, and innovation to leadership learning approaches. And to do this through publishing, conference exposure, and potential documentary through the video that I'm going to capture. And that's it. So with that, I welcome some questions.